صلوات الله وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
When innocence die, innocence dies. Incensed we cry because in a sense we die. A lamb for the slaughter or a shepherd leading martyrs. Rest in peace to my father will I drink Euphrates water. Ink dropped from the scholar's blood flowing at the altars. They're trying to fulfill the theories of Thomas Malthus. My heart to the prophet, my soul to his daughter. Journey on straight path, she resets me when I falter. Her light drew me in like moth to flame, I sought her. Zahra is how I call her. She's just like my mother. She inspires us to cover, to love one another. The bonds of the brothers uplift those who've fallen. You follow whoever, but you are my master. No food, no drink, 3 consecutive days faster. Dhikr bead maker, sincere tear collector, inspired by the imagery of struggles reflected. Wash away flames of the sins our life collected. For those who remember how you were neglected. Those who die upon the path are never dead. Even if that was false, light is infinite. Ya Fatima, ignite the spark in my heart. Keep me on the straight path until our soul departs. You were the sole joy to the prophet's eyes. Those who say different are a bunch of lies. Zahra, you're our last hope as we die. Please collect our tears. In life we cried. When innocence die, innocence dies. Incensed we cry because in a sense we die. Covenant of the one most high, your existence, role model for all creation. You persisted like precious visits, object in motion physics, oppress us in court, got your holy book lessons with an awesome arsenal of ammunition to address them. They choke on their phlegm, you're a prophet's flower stem, you cast no shadows, only God you trusted, your logic and justice spoke out and touched us, made compacts with your legacy. We enlisted, our soul's contract, judgment, sins dismissed, you resisted, they stole your land, now rep your hand, footsteps in sand, now approach a devil's band, torches in hand. It's allegiance they saw. Forced open your door, though you told him to stop. Door splinters, your stomach, you're pregnant still. Depth of wound, unborn, most sinners kill. Those who die upon the path are never dead. Even if that was false, light is infinite. Ya Fatima, ignite the spark in our hearts. Keep us on a straight path until our soul departs. You were the sole joy to the prophet's eyes. Those who say different are a bunch of liars. Zahra, you're our last hope as we die. Please collect our tears. In life we cry. When innocence die, innocence dies. Incense we cry because in a sense we die. There will never be another like Aun's mother. Her spirit hovers above me, I shudder. 100,000 horses sound like thunder. I look upward. Beyond a destruction, she instructs us on how they all suffered and describes the violent deeds of throat cutters, devils who dared decapitate her brother and descended upon tents like buzzards to increase plunder, ripped earrings from his youngest daughter and left them all with their heads uncovered. The same devils killed the 2 innocent youngsters and left survivors burnt with thirst and hunger, who stripped martyrs, stole their rings and turbans for spiritual relics, all the while serving the serpent beyond discomfort, product of ancient grudges, a righteous house besieged by stubborn usurpers, Satan's servants, in service to his devilish purpose. Satan's servants in service to his devilish purpose. She emerges from tents of flames as devils disperse. They return, put her in chains. She recites verses. She spoke with eloquence of the universes just like her mother. With God she conversed. It's why Kufa stays cursed. Her blood in its dirt. Her power usurped. Their days numbered, stayed under their covers but couldn't escape from God's justice. Fatima is Fatima is Fatima is Zainab. Fatima is Fatima is Fatima is Zainab. When innocence die, innocence dies. Incense we cry because in a sense we die. She was mercy for the lion born in the house of God. Where was her mercy? Why was life so hard? They stole her scarves, wrists with scars, chained a caravan to Damascus march. Survivors starved. Yazid thought he was smart, yet she's so sharp. She spoke and sparked their hearts. He was outsmarted by the daughter of a martyr, the mother of slaughter. The daughter of the prophet, the leader of hardship and inspiration for artists, a role model for people who become innocent targets. The saddest night, she stood staring into the darkness with the progeny of the prophet that she guarded, and heard the horse rider, and spoke with the father, told him about the harshness, violence of Abbas's arms, how throats were parched, how blades were sharp, how they took young Qasim and he was torn apart. How Akbar was stabbed in the back with a shard, and how his sons Aun and Muhammad's eyes went dark, how they killed their infant nephew Ali Asghar, and how they killed their brother Hussain at Karbala. She was the matriarch who challenged the upstart for speaking out. Zainab would be marked. Yazid threw in a dungeon with rusty bars, but Zainab still shines, Fatima's avatar. When innocence dies, innocence dies. In a sense we cry, because in a sense we die. They say when a fetus dies, a placenta cries. So when Sakina cries, does this planet die? Desensitized to lies, I march in chains. In lost Arab histories, I stalk Hussain. And I walk with pain, for my mind collapses. At least I had arms to hold a flask, or to raise a flag, or to beat my chest. To embrace her father, she had to embrace death. When innocence dies, innocence dies. In a sense we cry, because in a sense we die. So arm me like Abbas with the heart for Hussain, within a chest like Akbar, so I can embrace pain. Bless me with Qasim's body, so I stay at peace. With a voice like Askar, hear me scream, Ya Hussain. My sister's name, Zainab, with spear in hand. Let my body be one with the blood-drenched sand. Let me love like Sakina, so my soul is free. You can cut off my head, by God I'll speak. Hussain on my mind, Karbala at my feet. The precedent for presidents was set by Yazid, foretold in prophecy. We follow the prophet's seed, pledge allegiance to the princes from the prophet's tree. When innocence dies, innocence dies. Incensed we cry, because in a sense, we die. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
One more brief one. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. The rapper on stage, the preacher in the pulpit, the artist on canvas, the writer in his notebook, like me at 18 when my mind, body, and soul shook. So hooked, ever since I saw her face. She smiled at me and stole my faith. In everything fake, all else erase, reboot my dome, I needed mental space. To take her in, she's both truth and bliss. In my loneliest days, she's my only wish. So blinded, her curves stole my vision. So I find myself through what she's written. All my sins before, am I forgiven? I never used to give thanks, now I'm thanksgiving. Truth be told, she's the reason I'm still living. I want to tell the world, but our love's forbidden. We meet in secret, not to arouse suspicion. She stays on my mind like raw magicians who saw assistants cut like co-physicians and see her beat my heart like a folk musician. She's pure water. I'm a tree that's wilting. I never smoke, but I'm high because she's uplifting. No one understands me. Not friends, not family. It's not who is she, but who she makes me be. When she hits me, I never feel the pain. She's the one who told me about Imam Hussain on the 36th day. At the 12th hour, she's like rain in the desert that births the flower. A spiritual star trekker to far-off places, both imagined and real. She elevates my perception into new mental states. You know, question, she walks with the Ahlulbait. I hold on to both so I'm never astray. Many loved her, but just lock her away. Give her fine clothes in a lofty place. Calligraphy appreciates her physical grace. They rejoice with her voice whenever she sings, but don't listen to the lyrics or reflect and think on what she says. I pray that's never me. Her voice so beautiful, her message frees. Slaves like me from captivity's lasso, putting in the highest tower of one's own castle isn't better than loving her. Throughout your life, understand it, she's the reason I love my wife. Her light chapter opens to a life of wonder before my dad died. He began to love her. My mother with cancer still went cover to cover. My beloved, written in the ink of our lover. So
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
for the young people in the room, what was I talking about? Quran. Salawat Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali